If you're as big a coffee fan as I am, you'll want coffee fragrances in your collection for any time of year and any occasion. So here's 5 of my top coffee fragrances that'll last you all year round, depending on the occasion. The first is Pierre de VELAY number 25, which comes in this absolutely beautiful, stunning presentation. It's from Roja Dove, and you can only get it from the Haute Perfumery exclusively, but they will ship internationally if you order it. Now, this is a very unorthodox coffee scent because it's really a citrus scent. It opens up with this beautiful citrus cocktail with clementine, grapefruit. There's aldehydes, give it this sort of soapy vintage feel, and then it gradually fades into kind of a green foresty type scent, and then eventually the coffee starts to come out. And it really is there. It's not a faint coffee. It comes out, and I've actually worn this on the beach in Brazil, and what I noticed is after about 4 hours, the coffee almost starts to dominate for about an hour, and it lasts all day. It's absolutely wonderful stuff, but it's mostly for the summer and maybe the transitional seasons. Now, the next one is Kilian's Intoxicated. This is basically a cardamom bomb. It was inspired by a Turkish coffee mixed with cardamom, and the first thing you spray is an enormous cloud of cardamom, and then as that settles down, the coffee starts to come out in nutmeg and other notes, and this lasts about 6 or 7 hours on my skin, but it's really ideally suited for spring or fall. It's not dense enough for the winter. It's not bright enough for the hot weather. The next one is probably the classiest in this collection. It's a Xerjoff Cambridge Club, and this is basically built around a rose, patchouli, and caramel accord, as seen in other things like Xerjoff's Chemi Aurum and also Via Cavour. But this is different in that it has a strong coffee note, and that makes it similar to Montal's Intense Cafe, but this is more smooth, more round, more classy. This is a great night out scent. It's unisex, and it lasts, all day or evening, whatever your preference. The fourth is actually an attar, although you can buy the actual spray form. This is Bortnikoff's Lao Oud. It just came out a year or two ago. This opens with a very barnyardy type oud that really dominates, and it settles down into something that's sort of waxy and resinous with a little bit of chamomile, but the coffee gradually starts to come out, as does sort of a cocoa powder as well. And this one is totally nuclear. It lasts 12 hours. I have the attar because it's even stronger, smoother, more full-bodied. Definitely worth checking out if you're into coffee scents. And actually, I've worn this in the spring, and it's not cloying. You'd think that it's a heavy-duty scent, and it is, but you can wear all year round, believe it or not. And the last one is probably the king of all coffee scents ever made. It's Areej Le Dore's Oud Luwak in this beautiful presentation here from Russian Adam. This features a very strong opening coffee note of Kopi Luwak, which is basically coffee beans that have been digested by the civet cat. They were ethically sourced by Russian Adam because he doesn't approve of mistreating animals. And this, you can't get it anymore, but I did see an attar on eBay, the attar version of this. But this is beautiful, creamy, sweet coffee with the coffee notes sweetened by the benzoin in the base. There's also subtle spices, but there's also contrast provided by this prickly smoke. And the blogger Kafkaesque described this smoke as being somewhat acrid, and she had to scrub it off. But I didn't find that at all. I found that it actually provided a dramatic contrast. All art needs contrast. Music needs contrast. Paintings need contrast, light, dark, etc. And that provides a contrasting note. And the coffee gradually fades, and you're left with this resinous kind of almost like a varnish, a paint varnish, but it's very sweet. And there's vetiver and everything. And this one, lasts for 12 hours too. But it's an absolute masterpiece, and it's the most coffee-dominated scent in this list. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again.